Have you ever wondered why certain people are inexplicably drawn to you? Why do some connections feel so immediate and powerful? Is it really about your charm, your looks, or your personality? Or could there be something much deeper at play beneath the surface of attraction? Carl Jung, one of history's most influential psychological thinkers, proposed something fascinating: that people fall in love with you for only two profound reasons, both rooted in the deepest chambers of the human psyche. In today's video, we'll explore Jung's captivating insights on love, projection, and the unconscious forces that create romantic attraction. We'll reveal why people feel magnetically pulled toward you, not for who you appear to be on the surface, but for what you represent in their inner psychological landscape. These two reasons go far beyond superficial qualities and instead reflect the hidden architecture of our minds. We often imagine love as a magical coincidence, a chance encounter that changes everything. Yet Jung saw a deeper order behind even the most sudden attractions. What feels spontaneous is rarely random at all. It's the visible outcome of invisible forces, shaped by years of inner development, unprocessed emotions, and unmet needs. Behind every powerful connection is a silent architecture within our psyche that guides us towards certain people while overlooking others. This is where Jung introduces the concept of projection. Each of us carries hidden images within, fragments of who we are, who we were, or who we long to become. These parts often remain repressed or lost in the shadows of our unconscious. But they don't disappear. They wait and speak to us through others. When we meet someone who resonates with these inner fragments, we feel inexplicably drawn to them. But what's fascinating is that we're not really seeing them. We're seeing parts of ourselves reflected in their presence. The first reason is you represent something they lack. Consider someone who's spent their life being cautious and reserved, perhaps even afraid of expressing themselves fully. When they meet a person who's bold, expressive, and unapologetically authentic, they often feel captivated. That feeling isn't just admiration, it's resonance. The other person embodies something dormant within them, a potential that's been buried under years of suppression. It's not simply about opposites attracting, it's that opposites reveal what's missing. A highly rational person may be drawn to someone deeply emotional. An introvert might fall for an extrovert. A structured individual may be fascinated by someone more spontaneous. But this admiration can easily transform into dependence if the person doesn't recognize that what they admire in you is something they could develop within themselves. They may cling to you not out of genuine love, but out of unconscious need. And as soon as that need changes, or your humanity disrupts their idealized image, the attraction often begins to fade. Before we continue with the second profound reason people fall in love, I want to invite you to subscribe to our Motivation Dose channel. We share daily wisdom on psychology, relationships, and personal growth to help you understand yourself and others more deeply. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss our daily insights that could transform your understanding of yourself and the world around you. The second reason is, you awaken a powerful, unconscious image they carry within. Jung took his understanding of attraction even further with his concept of the anima and animus, archetypal images of the opposite gender that live deep within our psyche. According to Jung, every man carries within him an unconscious image of the feminine, his anima, while every woman carries an unconscious image of the masculine, her animus. These aren't random preferences or cultural roles. They're inner figures shaped by our earliest relationships, especially with parental figures, and by the collective symbols of femininity and masculinity inherited from culture, myth, and the human psyche itself. Over time, these archetypes become emotionally charged blueprints. We carry them unknowingly, and one day we meet someone who seems to perfectly match them. When that happens, the attraction can be overwhelming. There's often a deep sense of familiarity, as if we've known this person forever, even if we've only just met. It can feel like destiny, soul recognition, or an ancient memory reawakened. But Jung would caution us, this is not fate or evidence of cosmic soulmates. It's the psyche seeing its own internal design reflected in another human being. You resemble an unconscious image they've carried for years. Maybe not in looks or behavior, but in essence. You activate an internal pattern that stirs powerful emotion. That's why the connection feels immediate and somewhat irrational. It's not really about you. It's about the symbol you've become in their inner world. Here lies the problem. When someone falls in love with an inner image projected onto you, they're not really seeing you. They're seeing a fantasy, a sacred idea, a psychological construction. You become the screen for a projection that was written long before you arrived. And as soon as the real you begins to emerge, your flaws, your contradictions, your human nature, the fantasy begins to crumble. What once felt divine becomes confusing. What once felt perfect now feels complicated. Conflicts emerge, disappointment follows, and the illusion collapses under the weight of truth. This explains why so many passionate relationships begin with euphoria and end in chaos. They weren't based on mutual understanding, but on archetypal projection, an unconscious script trying to play itself out in the real world. And no human can live up to an archetype forever. Despite the pain and confusion that projection often brings, Jung didn't see this as failure. On the contrary, he believed it was an essential part of our growth. Love is not just an emotional experience, it's a tool of transformation. Every person we fall for becomes a mirror, and what we see in them is what we need to see in ourselves. Some people reflect our hidden potential, others expose our deepest fears. Some awaken our creativity, others our insecurity. But all serve the same psychological purpose: to accelerate the process of individuation, the journey of becoming whole. When someone falls in love with you, they may believe they're seeing something magical in you, and they are. But the magic lies in what you awaken inside them. You are not just a person. You are a symbol, a turning point, a psychological invitation. And the same is true in reverse. The people you fall in love with, especially those who shake you, change you, or break your heart, are not random. They are carriers of meaning, catalysts for your inner evolution. Some people come to awaken what's dormant in you. Some come to teach what you've refused to learn. Others come simply to show you your own reflection, distorted or clear, depending on how ready you are to look. Not all these relationships are meant to last. Some are meant to disrupt, to break patterns. Jung called these encounters synchronistic events, not logically connected yet deeply meaningful. When someone appears in your life at a precise moment and evokes powerful feelings, it may not be coincidence. Your unconscious and theirs were ready, and the meeting itself was a sign that change had already begun. So why do people fall in love with you? Because you either reflect something they desperately need, or you activate something they have forgotten. In both cases, the love isn't really about you. It's about the self trying to evolve. And the same applies to you. You fall in love with those who mirror your missing parts, those who resemble your inner images, those who, knowingly or not, carry the key to your next chapter of growth. If you don't recognize these patterns, you risk staying trapped, attracted to the same types, repeating the same relationships, chasing the same illusions. You might believe you're unlucky in love when, in fact, your unconscious is trying to teach you something you're not yet ready to learn. Jung would say the answer is awareness. Once you understand your projections, your inner figures, your patterns, you stop looking for someone to complete you. You start becoming whole within yourself, and from that place, love transforms. It's no longer based on fantasy or fear. It becomes real, grounded, free. Because in the end, the deepest love is not about finding the perfect person. It's about awakening the parts of yourself that have been waiting to be seen. You don't just fall in love with others. You fall in love with the version of yourself they help you uncover. Understanding love through Jung's lens reveals that it's never just about the other person. It's always a journey back to the self. If this video made you reflect on your own experiences with love and connection, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to join our community at Motivation Dose by subscribing to our channel. We deliver daily wisdom on psychology, relationships, and personal growth to help you navigate life's complexities with greater understanding. Hit that subscribe button now, and remember to share this video with someone who might benefit from these insights. Until next time, continue your journey toward wholeness.